Welcome to my channel. Please like, comment and subscribe. In this video, we are going to talk about Seattle Maritime Lawyer. The Port of Seattle is the 10th largest maritime port in the US and the largest in the state of Washington. As with other busy and large ports, it serves many different purposes, from being a starting point for cruise, ship and whale watching tours to moving cargo to and from container ships to providing docks areas for commercial fishing vessels and recreational boaters. The port is home to a number of maritime industries as well as recreational outfitters. Also, like other large and busy ports, the Port of Seattle can often be a dangerous place to work. The port and harbor area are dangerous for workers crowded with trucks, equipment, cranes, and other machinery. But the ships at the work they do are also dangerous workplaces. Whether you work aboard a ship in the port or in some other related Seattle area maritime job, you are at risk of getting injured on the job. If you do, you should know that you have options for getting compensation and laws to ensure that you get adequate amount of money. The next discussion is about Seattle maritime industries and job. If you are part of maritime industry in the area, you work in dangerous job. Whether you are a longshoreman or a seaman, your daily work duties probably put you at risk of getting sick, getting injured, or even dying. At such a large port, there are many different types of job and maritime industries at work. One of these is cargo shipping. Cargo shipping is one of the most common and important industries here in Seattle. There are numerous large cargo and container terminals to provide the space needed for ships to come in to unload goods or to take on cargo to be shipped out to the other locations. This is one of the busiest ports in the country because of how much cargo goes through it each year. Tourism is another big maritime industry in the Port of Seattle. Many cruises to Alaska have their point of origin here, but whale watching and recreational charter fishing are also big business in the port. Commercial fishing is also important to the maritime industry of the city and port. Many commercial fishing vessels are based at the port and go in and out to bring in shipment of fish and sell fish. With so much shipping, whether cargo, fishing, or recreational that goes in and out at the port of Seattle, it is no wonder that the port is a major source of land-based maritime jobs. There are two boat operators, pilots, longshoremen, stevedores, ship repair workers, truck drivers, fish processors, electricians, and many other kinds of workers that are part of the industry, without being based on the ship themselves. The next discussion is about the risk of maritime jobs. Regardless of which type of maritime job you do, there are risks if you work in the port. As a longshoreman or other type of worker, you have to navigate the crowded and busy labor and marina. Doing your job without getting caught up in an accident, huge crane lift cargo to and from ships, trucks and other types of equipment move cargo around the harbor. And warehouses are stocked with cargo and equipment. If any one a part of the busy environment fails, an accident can occur. For instance, worker might improperly attach cargo to a train or truck, which could lead to it falling on and injuring or killing a worker. A trip hazard could cause a worker to fall from a dock into the water. Incorrectly stored cargo in a warehouse could cause a worker to be crushed or a fire to start that could harm many people. For seamen working aboard the ship that come into dock at the airport, there are a number of other risks. Workers aboard vessels have to contend with rough water out at sea, bad weather and long and grueling working hours. Falls overboard exposure to improperly stored toxic chemical, ship fires, trips and slips, fall from ladders and walkways, and even hypothermia from being exposed to the element are just a few of the many hazards faced by workers on a ship. And then here's the example of a Seattle accident. As such a large and busy port, Seattle has seen its fair share of accidents like those described here. Some occur out at sea, while others, like an incident from 2012, occur right in the port itself. The driver of a forklift died from being crushed between a shipping container and a forklift. It was a tragic accident which, like many other accidents that occurs in port, should have been avoided. In another tragedy much earlier in 1994, a longshoreman was struck by the beam of a crane. The beam, which lifted cargo, weighed several tons. The worker was severely injured and later died because of the injuries. As with the crashing accident that led to a fatality, this one should have been avoided. The man was working for a stiff drawing company at the time that he died. In 2012, truck drivers at the port walked off the job, effectively shut down operations over safety issues, and the drivers said they were being pressured to overload their trucks to dangerous weight level. When the trucks were found to be overweight, the drivers said they took the blame and the fine. When really it was their employers who were at fault, they are complained that too many trucks were in poor condition and posed safety concern. One driver cited an incident in which a truck in front of him broke down, sending heavy cargo scattering and nearly striking him. And then tourists and workers aboard tourist vessels also face serious dangers working on the water and in ports. A whale watching boat capsized in late 2015 when large waves struck it. It happened so quickly that rescue was difficult and 6 people died. The remaining 21 passengers and crew were rescued. The tragic incident prompted to review of safety regulations such as requiring passengers to wear a life vest at all times. And then the next discussion is about legal rights for maritime workers. People working in the maritime industry, both those working on ships and those who spend more time in port-based jobs, have a right to compensation in the event of illness or injury on the job. If you spend most of your time on a ship, you probably qualify as a seaman and are covered by the Jones Act. Many of the accidents that occurs on a ship can be blamed on some kind of negligence if you can prove that negligence played even a small role in your accident. The Jones Act will allow you to file a claim to get compensation for medical bills and lost wages. Accidents that occur to harbor workers and longshoremen are covered under the Longshoremen and Harbor Workers Compensation Act. It provides a similar compensation to the Jones Act but does not require that negligence be proven. You can simply file your claim and prove that you were injured on the job to get money for your lost wages, medical expenses, and other related costs. Most federal maritime laws also extend this right to the dependent loved one of those workers that died on the job. If you worry about your family, know that they are entitled to your benefits if you lost your life at work. To navigate all the laws that apply to maritime accident is complicated. Rely on the experience of a knowledgeable maritime lawyer to get you through it and to represent you in your claim for adequate compensation. I think that's all the information that I can share to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.